guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today we have another journal with me video. This is going to be for week 44 part 1. Now before we start, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. It has been a hot minute, it feels like, since I've published the video. It's just been so crazy life lately with my work. It's just gotten away, and yeah, I have been having a lot of difficulties finding time to actually sit down and be able to record. So I really hate to put you guys in a spot where you guys don't know what to expect from this channel. I like to be the type of person that if I'm promising that I will be showing up for you guys 3 times a week or 5 times a week, I want to be here so you know exactly what to expect. It just has been crazy lately, so I'm trying to figure it out, a new schedule for this channel, so that way I can work with my current schedule. But yeah, I'll let you guys know soon enough, but without rambling too much, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for today's video, we are actually going to be working with 3 different layouts. Those are going to be for last week's layout, so they are all from week 44. So we are going to be working with layout from Monday, October 26th. Then we are going to move on to Tuesday, October 27th, and then Wednesday, October 28th. So for this first layout here, again, this was Monday, October 26th. I decided to go with a very, I don't know if I can say very Asian, but I wanted to be a layout that remind me of a Japanese culture somehow. And the reason being is because besides the fact that was a very busy work-related day for me, the only really interesting thing, not interesting, but I mean different, that happened this day was me and my husband and my brother-in-law start watching this movie that's called Akira, and it's a movie, fun fact, it's a movie that my husband always loved it, and he did it so much that when we first started dating, I actually painted a replica of the poster of the movie, but I never have myself watched the movie. It is an anime style movie, so if you guys are not into anime, probably you're not gonna like it, but very interesting movie. But yeah, the fact that like I even recreated replicate the poster of the movie and made it into a painting for him, and that this was my very first Christmas present for him, and I myself never have watched the movie, so we decided to watch it that night, just to to pass the time in the evening, just to hang out. So that was what we did in the evening. So I decided to go with a whole kind of like a red and white theme, because that's what reminds me, the colors that reminds me of Japanese culture. And yeah, so I just decided to grab pretty much all the items that I could find in my stash that look good together. They were red and white. So I had this floral that one of my pen pals gifted to me. I also had this different ephemera from Tim Holtz that were in like this off-white with some red writing. I also used one of those vintage tags that I got it from Itslikelyart in the studio. I also got some stickers and some other ephemeras that were gifted to me. I also used one of those silicone stamps that one of my pen pals gifted to me as well, with the arrows, and I used one of my ink pads in red to just stamp on both sides. And I'm just finalizing here with some washi tapes and also with some mushroom stickers in red, just to finalize really with the whole red theme. Now, before we move on to the second layout of the day, if you guys are curious at all about any of the items that I'm using, I'm gonna try to link at least the most used items, in the description box below. In terms of ephemera and things like that, it takes me a little bit of a longer time to actually be able to find all those links. And you guys know how time it's been crazy for me, but if I can link whatever I can, I'll make sure to link in the description box. So if you're ever curious about anything that I'm using, just check the subscription box. I'll have whatever I can find in the subscription box below. But yeah, I just decided to write the word Akira, as the name of the movie indicates, and I use my brush pen in red, and I'm finalizing here with some more Japanese stamping. This one was from Cafe Analog, and I just used the same Drew Drop ink in red. And I'm grabbing another wood stamp here that I have from Hobby Lobby that is just a bunch of splash of, you know, dots. It looks like ink splashes, and I'm just using with some more red ink just to add it a little bit more of I don't know, of a red to the page, a dynamic. I don't know, I really like that. But yeah, and then I come in with my Sakura brush pen, and I am writing the number 26 to indicate the date, and then I'm using my lap pen to just write the day. And that's pretty much it for this layout. Now the second layout here, this was October 27th. This was a Tuesday. Now Tuesday was, again, like just work. You guys, if you heard me in the beginning, it's just been crazy lately with work. It's just, yeah, it's just been very busy for me, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's been very difficult for me to find time to record, and you know, especially because my job does that means that I'm working on the weekend as well, and there's no specific time frame. I can be working, you know, late in the afternoon, early in the morning, and then it's like it's all over the place, and it's just being very busy throughout the entire day that I don't have breaks to even, you know, stop to record for a little bit. So this was one of those days. It was just like filled with work, so really nothing special or important or something that I could use to you know, to decorate the pages, because usually what I try to do is, if it's something that it's you know, not necessarily important, but like it's something that is different that happened, that I want to make sure that I remember that, you know, happened that day, I try to decorate my pages based on that. But when there's nothing really, I just decided to go with a different theme. So I've been asking you guys a lot lately to give me ideas of what you like to see in the next layouts. And actually one of my friends in one of my pen pals actually suggested, why you don't do another layout with more, you know, artistic layout and more kind of like, I'm trying to remember the word. My brain can function. I'm sorry, guys. It's late at night, but you know, abstract. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh God, I cannot even remember the word abstract. But yeah, that's, you know, more abstract. I've done that once, a layout kind of similar, but my abstract layout previously was really abstract, just with squares and circles. But I decided to do kind of like a floral abstract. So I'm using some of my Tombow brush pens here in brown and, you know, a burnt orange that reminds me of fall colors. And as you can see here, I'm really going very loosely, so it's very abstract, nothing crazy. And I try to do that in a way that if you guys, even if you have no artistic skills or you don't like to draw, you can still follow and be able to replicate that. So all that I did besides using my brush pens and my lap pen to draw, I of course just ripped some old vintage paper that was gifted to me by one of my pen pals, and glued down on both corners of the page just to add a little bit more of color to the page. But that was pretty much it. I really liked how it turned out. I should make those you know, abstract like layouts more often. And I liked it so much that I kind of like brought the abstract to this next layout. So this is Wednesday, September 28th. So I pretty much went with a little bit of abstract. So you're gonna see that I'm using some dictionary pages here that were gifted to me by one of you guys. I'm gluing on both ends, on top and bottom of the pages, and then I'm coming in with my Tombow brush pens in this burnt yellow, and adding those, you know, kind of like a rectangular square shape that has like a rounded edges. I was not really trying to be very perfect at all. That was the whole idea, is to look very loosely and very like almost like a kid that drew. And yeah, and then I decided to to stamp it. So instead of drawing, that's another alternative. If you don't like drawing, you can still use on the background some, you know, abstract images, and then go on top of it and added some stamping. So that's what I did. I used my Dewdrop ink in brown, and I just stamped some plants, some, you know, wildflowers that I had it. And I decided on the right to just added some stickers that were gifted to me, and on the left some washi tapes from Tim Holtz that were gifted to me by one of you guys as well. And I just added some more stickers, and that's pretty much it. I mean, very simple, but again, I really liked it. Sometimes like the simple layouts that don't take you that much time, it turns out to be one of the best layouts. I don't know if it's because the color scheme, I really like earthy tones, so I really like how this turned out. But it was just such an easy and fun layout to work with. So I highly suggest that, you know, if you are running out of ideas to create a different layout, to test it out and play around with some, you know, brush pens or some, I don't know, you can even use some color pencils if you don't have brush pens, but really try to play around and, you know, color some papers. And yeah, I think it's a fun option. But anyways, I just finalized here with another piece of paper that's a vintage paper, and I added the date right there. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll bring it close so you guys can see all of the details for all the layouts that we created today. I hope you guys enjoyed those layouts, and I hope you grab some inspiration from at least one of them. Leave a comment down below and let me know in the comments which layout was your favorite. I think mine was the Tuesday layout. That was my favorite. But let me know in the comments which one was yours. I'd love to hear back from you guys. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.